Hello everyone, this is DCP and today I'll be talking about the new competitive update which has just launched and how I think that Valve has taken a massive misstep in doing this. This was originally going to be a much more fun video. I had some fun recording done while I was talking about the whole Meet the Heavy versus Meet the Pyro, which one will get a new update in the future through a war update, which is something TF2 has been lacking a fair bit. We haven't had a proper versus update since Spy versus Sniper, all the way back when that was actually quite a new concept of class-related updates. Nowadays we don't even see that anymore. So having one come back would be a big deal, but I digress to the main point. As of today, or whenever I get this video out, yesterday, most likely, TF2 has drastically changed the way you play competitive Team Fortress 2 and casual Team Fortress 2. The drop-down menu for what used to be select your game mode, go in, have fun, drop out, drop in, it's gone now. You select play, you select from casual or competitive, and you're given checkboxes. Do I want to play in attack and defend? Do I want to play on capture the flag? Do I want to play payload? Do I want to play control point? And you select at least two of these, and that's your game modes. That's it. There's no do I want to play on Bad Water? Do I want to play on 2-Fort? Do I want to play on Hydro? Do I want to play on Turbine? Nope. You are selected the map and you're put into a 12v12 game. And by put in, I mean you sit in a lobby for 20 minutes, hoping you get into a 12v game. As of today, I've played 2 matches of the new Team Fortress 2 Casual. I haven't even tried competitive yet. I'm not a competitive player. And those 2 were hell. The first game I got into was an 11 versus 12 game. I think it went down to 10 versus 12 right near the end, where the team didn't understand what to do. And I don't mean was just sort of confused about how to play payload. I mean they just didn't cooperate. This is a game mode where you couldn't leave and there wasn't any order balancing, so the other team was capable. They got the cart to the last point. Our team couldn't even get it to the second point. And the entire time there was just bickering and bickering and bickering from 2 players in the game, both with ridiculous names. And then halfway through, someone left. And in old TF2, which I'm going to call pre-meet your match update TF2, that would be fine. And you could auto balance the teams and even it up, but you can't anymore. You're locked into those 12 players, and if someone leaves, if they don't reconnect, that's it. There's no one else. The game is screwed from that point. And this brings me to my second game, which was a terrible, terrible game. We started out on the losing front. We joined and the other team was really good at holding the first point on the new map. So much so that players left. They left the game. As a result, when it came to our turn to defend, we had 4 guys going up against 12 players. How are you supposed to win that? All they had to do was cap the first point and they'd won. And they did immeasurably quick. Not only that, going over what the penalties are, you get penalized for leaving a casual game. How does this work? The entire idea of casual means it's something you don't have to take seriously. If you're gonna have penalties, why not simply call it competitive light? And I can understand that if they want to turn community servers into the new casual servers, and this will just be similar to casual competitive like they have in CSGO, where you have the casual mode with 20 people and then the more competitive version with just the 6. But this doesn't work for Team Fortress 2. And that's not to mention the goddamn problems with getting into a game. I said it a little bit before, but there were 3,000 active servers and at least 400 people. I'm not exactly sure how many times 12v12, so that's 24 people, go into 3,000. That's how many times you could put that many people into a server. It just didn't make sense to me. This entire update, it doesn't feel rushed though. That's the strange thing. It doesn't at all feel rushed. I logged in, I got this beautiful new backdrop. Everything looks really, really good. Everything honestly does look good. How it folds down, the new menu systems. Even when I got to choose between heavy and pyro, that felt really good as well. The menus feel smooth, they feel active, there's a lot of interactive things you can do. You can click on your metal as many times as you want and it'll make a cool ding noise. That's fun, I did that for about 5 minutes while I waited for the server to load. Then I checked to see if my game had crashed because it was taking forever to load. The game mode itself, it looks so much better. You can see who's on your team and what class is being played at all times. You don't have to tab every 20 seconds to see, ooh, do I need to go medic, do I need to go engineer, do I need to go heavy? No, you can just look at the top of the screen and say, okay, we have 3 heavies, we have 2 soldiers, we have 5 snipers. Okay, maybe I should go medic and see if I can help the heavy. And it just doesn't feel good that everything else doesn't work. I can understand if this is just day 1 and we'll get some stuff tomorrow, but it needs something now. The game mode feels broken in the fact that it feels broken because there's a risk. There's a risk that shouldn't be there for casual play. Competitive, penalties, go for it. Competitive literally means that. It's a competitive game mode, but the casual game mode doesn't need any of this crap. And then I come to this thing that I'm most known for on this channel. Case openings. I open crates and cases. They've got the new keyless class cases, which have cosmetics in them. I opened one for Pyro and one for Engineer, and they're not worth it. They cost a key, and these cases aren't worth it in the long run. They're just old cosmetics. Not even strangers, just old cosmetics. So you could get any Engineer cosmetic, any Pyro cosmetic, any Sniper cosmetic, any Heavy cosmetic, from the entire history of Team Fortress 2 except for the retired ones. This isn't a good idea. You can't get the average, and you're better off spending the 3 metal and a class token and just making a hat that way. That's what basically these crates are. They're a more expensive way to guarantee a class cosmetic drop with the chance of it being a strange and the unlikelihood of it being an unusual. That's all that is. However, in some good news for this update, like I said, everything's smooth and everything's good, we got a new cosmetic. The commemorative campaign or pastime coin, which I thought was really cool. So I want to thank the people at Bad Robot, I think they're called, for doing that, because that's a really cool coin. And just, God, this update. I know I'm a bit rambly here, but I don't know how to explain this any better than the update feels broken. It feels broken, but everything works. It's like when you jump into CSGO and you just play a game there. Hell, CSGO is better now. You jump into a game of CSGO and you can leave at any time. You don't get any points, and that's the penalty for the casual play. But you can still leave and come back. If they were to do something similar for that, but here, I could understand. Ooh, you won't get points if you leave a game, and other people can join in. That's perfectly fine. But saying that you're going to penalize an entire team for someone leaving, that's the bigger problem. You can't win if you get 3 or 4 people gone. There's no way to replace them, and no amount of skill for any player can beat sheer numbers. You can be the most skilled soldier in the world, but there's an old saying, 5 men with 1 gun will always beat 1 man with 5 guns. And that's all I can say on that subject matter. So I'll have to end it here, and hopefully I'll be able to show you something else a little bit later in the day. It will be my first game of competitive, and it is 9 minutes of literally 2 people bickering. 2 people bickering over one goddamn subject. I will see you guys next time.